Sophie's just a little different than the roles that I've been playing for the well, last and only years of my professional career because I transitioned from opera 2 years ago. So I've always played older women, moms, crazy moms, really obnoxious, outspoken, in your face women like Louise Seeger and always Patsy Cline. And Sophie is fun for me. It's a really fun acting challenge because she's so different than who I am as a person. She's very meek, and I'm eager to please, but I think she tips the scale even further in that direction, and is, I think, finds her strength by the end of her, evolution as a character, in that scene, but doesn't really have, as Maria would say, like a whole lot of balls. And I play ballsy characters, and so it was a challenge at first to kind of find who she was and find colors of who I am as a person and characters that I have played, and kind of bleed them into her, but also honor what Terrence has written and embody that character fully. But it's fun. I mean, I always love a good challenge. So, and it's fun to play someone much younger than I am at. Like I love imaginary body and character development and that sort of stuff. I'm a follower of Michael Chekhov's technique, and so it's fun to imagine Sophie as being, 6 or 7 years younger than me and inexperienced in the world. And so, yeah, that's the most challenging part. Okay, so it's actually it's favorite two lines. It's at the end of Sophie's scene with Maria, where she's left on stage and Maria has left to take a break, and she's experienced these 45 minutes of like browbeating and basically getting her booty handed to her by Maria, and she gets a chance to look out, and she asks the pianist how to get off stage, and then says very simply, they should teach us that. They should teach us a lot of things they don't, which resonates with me so strongly, not only because we get to see this full arc of Sophie, and she does get that moment to speak her truth, and she's learned, and I think in that she's found a little bit of strength, like, oh my gosh, look at where I am, and I was not prepared for this at all. But then you get to see a little of her fire, which I love, and it relates to life. I mean, we've all been in those classes where people are presenting and they're just not ready, and the person that's running the class is, beating them to death, and you're like, oh man, no one prepared us for this. You could say that for any college experience. You'll never know until you're out in the real world. They should teach us that. They should teach us a lot of things they don't. I love it. It feels delicious coming out of my mouth. I love the combination of consonants. It's just so strong. And yeah, I feel like mostly acceptable with most people.
It's just a good word.
It's just good. Yeah.
You can use it for everything.
I mean, you can use it for like a compliment, like you were so fucking good in that show, and you can be like, I stubbed my toe, or you can be like, I fucking love hamburgers, like it's perfect. It's perfect to just, sprinkle on all of your exclamations.
And it's universal.
It is, yes.